What's up everybody, Jay here. This video, I just want to talk about Ultron and how everybody, I thought it was just me, honestly, and I was kind of afraid to make like a few comments on how, I wouldn't say bad, but just very underwhelming Ultron is. Now, if you like these discussion videos, also give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you want to see my first reaction, I'll leave that video in the description or check out my channel. So Ultron, obviously, he's not meant to be a strategist. He's a duelist, kind of like the way Adam and like, you know, other like strategists just don't really fit in that role of just being a support. Now, what is a support? A support is somebody that can do it all. Damage, heal, some type of like, you know, like beacon res with the rocket or damage boost with Mantis. Does he offer any of that? I wouldn't say no, but it feels like he does it. Now, his right click, let's talk about it. His right click gives shield to anybody that's in his circle, right? So let's throw the E. So there's a big circle right there, and then we have a circle for ourselves. So anybody that's with the drone and you right click, they also get that shield, including yourself. So this is meant to like help like your front tanks and then yourself and a support. I forgot to mention, so I'm gonna put this in the beginning of the video. So if you guys don't know, they did nerf his total health. If you look closely, it was 275, but now it's 250. I feel like they're just scared to buff strategists because of how much people dislike strategists, because they, you know, people always say like strategists are crybabies and all that stuff. Personally, you know, I'm a strategist, man. I don't agree to that, but I see why they nerfed it. 250, it is okay, but they have to remember you're up in the air, you're an easy target. So I do hope they revert that at least. Now, the issue with that is that most times your strategists are not always going to be around you, and everybody's just everywhere, and it really doesn't give you that much of a shield. Now, I do have a couple ideas that I would love to hear what you guys think that they can do to fix Ultron. But to me, one of his weakest things about him is the healing output. Now, right now, it doesn't look too bad, right? It looks fine. It looks all right. But trust me, like these are just like pew, pew droids. When you have like an insane Punisher or like somebody just like a Hela just applying like so much damage, that's not going to do anything. So they could buff that, but I don't know if they would, because it's already strong as it is. Like it's meant to be like a big group healing, but a small buff to that, I can see that being okay. Now, one thing a lot of people don't understand is that his left click is actually insane and has no fallout damage. You can go from how far you want it, like this. Now, there is people that actually play it like this. I've been in ranked games where like Human Torch players play like that sometimes. But I don't think this is the proper way to play a strategist support. Now, the issue I have with his shift ability is that after it's done, because you look at the timer right now, 7, 6, 5, you're a little bit fast, right? But it honestly doesn't feel that fast, to be honest. And then after that, you're on a 8-second cooldown, which can be pretty bad. I know what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do is reduce the frustration of trying to catch a strategist, because like, you know, strategists like Jeff and Rocket, they saw how much people were annoyed that you couldn't kill them. And now what they're doing is making like not long cooldowns, but like to the point where like it's a one-time use basically, because like say for instance, there was people diving on me and now I'm slow. Look how slow I am. I have to wait. Imagine being chased like this and you can't do anything. You're a flying character. You're basically like, you know, a sitting duck. Basically, you're just gonna have to use covers like this most times, but basically, I think his shift could be a little bit better. They can do two things. They can either make the shift of mobility faster or make the cooldown 1 second less. That's just my opinion. But if they're gonna leave it like this, then it's fine. But I don't know. I just don't think it's that good. It's all right if like you're getting dived at and you jump in the air like this, then yeah, it's fine. So we're gonna start talking about the changes I would like to see. Now, this is probably the most requested, like the most one everybody's saying, do this and he's fixed, which I don't agree with, but it's not a bad change. And that's just to make his team up like his other healing, and then give him another team up with Iron Man, which I agree. This could be an easy fix. 22-second cooldown could be insane, but I think they should just leave it like that and change that to his right click, which is his, like the shield is nice, right? So they can do two things: either switch the team up to his right click or make the right click have more shields and give like a burst, maybe overhealing, because like look at that, like that's nothing. Like it's, I don't know, it's not that great. And I get it, you know, big groups like all get it, but it's just, it doesn't seem that great to me. Because like imagine somebody dying. What would you rather have, that, or would you rather have the team up where like you're like, oh snap, they can even nerf it to the ground where like it doesn't pierce through enemies, like it only heals or damage, it doesn't pierce through them. They can do that to change his right click. One change I believe they can do, and that's his passive, which I don't see his passive. I think isn't his passive is that he just flies. One passive I would love for them to do for him, it makes sense because he's a villain. It would be nice that the moment I get a KO, anybody around me that's like 10 or 15 meters gets like a burst of healing, kind of like Baptiste. Like, you know how like Baptiste does that thing where he like pulls his hand down. I haven't played Overwatch forever. Pulls his hand down and everybody gets bursts of healing. I would like that. Anytime he gets a KO, he gives himself and anybody around him a burst of healing, which that plays to his part. You know, he's all about killing, you know? That's his whole thing in the Marvel Rivals lore. So I don't know why they didn't do that. It seemed like a missed opportunity. In my opinion, I don't think flying should be a passive. That just sounds weird to me. Like flying is part of their base kit. So if that's his passive that he flies, I think that's kind of weak in my opinion. And it seems like not creative. His ultimate, I think it's okay, but I think it ends too short. Like 8 seconds is a lot, but the fact that I can't control this, like it does it automatically, which is okay, I guess. But like, what if I don't want to use it? You know, I don't know. Like, what's the reason why I wouldn't want to do that? I don't know. Another idea I had is that the moment I drop a droid, they get like a big burst of healing, kind of like 55, like with Rocket. You know how like Rocket, like the moment somebody, you know, they get a burst. What they can do is like the moment I drop it on something, they get a burst of 55. And I know what you're saying. Like, you know, people would just spam it like this, like this. Obviously, it would have like a cooldown of 5 seconds or something like that. All right, we're gonna jump into the game and just give my quick thoughts and like how I think you should play him. So let's jump right into it. I am gonna use a team up on this game. If you want to see me not use a team up and see how hard it is, link to that video again in the description. It's my first game with him. So what I've noticed is that you actually don't need to be close in the fight, but I think if you do that, I think you're doomed, because how are you supposed to heal yourself? Like, you know, your right click doesn't give you that much of a shields. All right, let's go with the ult. I don't know what it is. I just like doing the ults in like close quarters like that. Also, I forgot to mention that if you hit gold next season, you get this gold skin for Ultron. Nice. Come here. So whenever you hear that, like that sound, like the end of it, that means you did like, you fully hit them like 100%. Because I noticed if I miss like a little, oh my god, so much. That would have been good to use my ult. So maybe my ult is better to use for stuff like that. I'm not a fan of support ults that always require you to be defensive. You know what I mean? Because one of the main reasons why I started playing Loki was because the fact that he basically, you could turn to anybody. Oh my god, he's ulting as well. But I get it. You know, that's just the part of playing Strategist. It's not like big circle healing ult like every other, you know, character like Mantis, Luna, Invisible Woman. You know, I just hope like the next Strategist, when that would be, it does something different, like debuffing the enemy team. I'm dead. What if they did like, you know, one change I really wanted them to do for Rocket change, other than just give them like, you know, blue shields, whatever, was that everybody's ammo is like a limited. I think that would have been insane, right? And yeah, I know what you're saying, like, oh, what if, you know, what if like people don't have ammo? I mean, that's a chance you're taking, right? That's the synergy of like, you know, if somebody is like, oh, we have a Mr. Fantastic and thing, I don't think you should be playing Rocket, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like something different. That's all I'm asking for support ults, you know? Also, I just realized I just put the skin on. This is the other skin that you get. It's like 600 credits. Oh. Come here. I can't reach. Like you have to be like really close to throw your E on him. See, if I didn't have this team up, this Magneto would have died a long time ago. Oh my goodness. Obviously, we talked about this in my first video, that you're gonna need to do 3 supports if they don't do any changes. I think they will, but I don't think they're gonna be like game-breaking changes, because, you know, they only have what, 1 week to make slight changes unless they're like really fast. But I think Ultron's only gonna work if you have 3 support. If you have Iron Man team up, it's okay, but I still think you're gonna lack like a lot of healings, because the moment, like say for instance, we did have a Luna, right? We have a Luna, and then they dive at Luna, and then I'm the only strategist to heal and without any Iron Man. Yeah, so like it's gonna be rough, you know. Come on, let's take a while. Yep. Get out of here. I ulted because I was low on health. Hey, it worked though. Team? My bots. My bots. Also, my bots have like actual like gamer tag names and stuff. It's actually kind of funny. Nice. Come on. Look at this. If I didn't have this team up, they would be done. They would have been done. Nice scout. Oh, she got me. Oh. And you can dash away like that. I wonder what like other content creators are saying. Like I mean, I see what they say in Discord, but I haven't watched anybody's video really. I don't know if anybody actually thinks that Ultron is actually good. Like anybody that plays Strategist, like can just like, I don't know, maybe it's just me because I do play Strategist mostly. I would say like 80% Strategist. He's just, it's like he doesn't feel like a Strategist. Like, let's go with the ult. Nice. Like Adam is a good, like, how can I say it? Like, as I say that, I killed him. Adam's like a good example of where they should go with of how to do the healing. Maybe if they want to make hybrids like Ultron and Adam, you have to give them like some type of like burst of something, you know? Because I don't get it. You know, they say they want strategists to be more than just healing, but the last couple changes they have done, they turned Rocket and now they turn Jeff to basically kind of like a heal bots. So I don't know. I don't know. It feels like we're going backwards with a lot of these changes, and I'm just melting these. Nice. GG. This is always going to be my favorite map because it was the first map I played in the alpha. Literally my first map. And I got MVP in my first game as a Scarlet Witch. It's on YouTube. It's one of my first videos. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about Ultron. I think he's C tier, if anything, but I hope he does get some buffs and changes.